A new model farm that showcases best practice for crops and livestock farming has been commissioned at Fort Wellington, West Coast Berbice under the Sustainable Agriculture Development Program SADP, an IDB funded project. The $16 million model farm was commissioned Saturday and showcases two members of the public, school children, and the general farming community, modern farming practices that incorporates the climate-smart agriculture technology currently being introduced to mitigate against the impacts of climate change. Speaking at the commissioning exercise, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa said that the farm is part of a national strategy to ensure the transfer of technology to the nation's farmers through practical applications in real time.
You will want to say, why is a model farm so important? Well, it's very, very important because of the vision that the government has in terms of moving food production to a different level, a new level. And we are here this afternoon partnering with the IDB to commission this project. And this is one of several of the projects that we'll be commissioning across this country. We have projects like these in Region 2, or we'll be having projects like these in Region 2, Region 3, Region 4, Region 6, and other regions across our country. This project is testament to the unwavering dedication of our government to foster innovation, resilience, and sustainability within the agriculture sector. Because today I just came, myself and Minister Parag and a team, just came from Bath. We were meeting with farmers. And I was telling farmers that we have to change the way we have been doing our activities. Because some of the farmers, or most, if not most of the farmers in our country, are doing things how we used to do it 50 years ago, how our foreparents used to do it. And in doing those activities, they want different results. They want better results. Well, we can't continue to do it how we used to do it. We have to change the way. And farms like these are being built across the country to help you to get better best practices, to have better innovation, better skills, so that you can implement it in your holdings, your farm holdings.
According to Minister Mustafa, the Ministry of Agriculture is currently revamping the services offered by the extension arm of the various agencies. This, he said, entails retraining the staff so as to be better able to service the nation's farmers.
We recognize over time that many of our extension officers have to be more responsive to the needs of the farmers. Many of them sometimes are not meeting the farmers, are not working with the farmers. So what we have done, we have been working with organizations, other international organizations like ICA and FAO, IDB, to help us to revamp and change the way our extension services have been, our officers have been working across this country. We are now giving them the necessary skills and the necessary instrument and equipment so that they can have real-time discovery, real-time innovation. For example, if one of our extension officers is in Deep South, in Region 9, we are now providing them with electronic tablets. They can go and look at the plants, take out the pictures there, and when they could get Wi-Fi, they could send it directly to NARI, and NARI will test that. NARI will give them the advice, and they will ensure that they give the advice to the farmers. Those are the things that we are implementing now in the agriculture sector.
Speaking to what's on display at the West Berbice Model Farm, Minister Mustafa said the farm will feature a number of facilities for the education of the farmer.
Storage room, we'll have shade house, how farmers can get best practices in shade house. Cattle, we have cattle here, and we have all those farmers just now attended that meeting that we had at Bath. We'll have different training here. But that is not all for the farmers. I was just telling Ms. Salazar here, that we now are revamping. We are working very closely with the Ministry of Education, and we are working to once again resuscitate the agriculture section, the agriculture department in the various schools, so that also we can have school children, we can have students to come here to have practicals right at these farms. So these farms that we are building across the country, we are building these farms to ensure that we develop our agriculture sector.
The minister also disclosed that changes are also being made to the curriculum at the Guyana School of Agriculture, GSA, to reflect the changing technology on farms today.
We are now changing the curriculum at the Guyana School of Agriculture. You know, farmers, when they hear about classroom, they get a kind of stigma attached to classroom. Well, what we are doing, this doesn't mean that if you can't read and write, you can't go there. We are doing practical training. We are bringing our farmers to do practical training so that they can have best practices. We want this agriculture sector to be vibrant. That is why we are putting so much budgetary allocation. I just mentioned in 2020, when I became Minister of Agriculture, the budgetary allocation to the agriculture sector was $13 billion. And when in 2015, the last year of our government, the civic government, the agriculture budget was 18. So we have seen a reduction, a steep decline. And that tells you a lot of story where agriculture was in the previous government. Today we have seen a 150% increase in the agriculture sector. Today the agriculture budget, with the supplementary funds that we have received recently in Parliament, we have seen it move from $13.5 billion in 2020 to $42 billion in 2023. That's a monumental achievement for us.
Earlier, IDB's Guyana representative Ms. Lorena Solorzano said the IDB is excited to be part of the project to educate the nation's farmers and will continue to partner with the government of Guyana on a number of projects.
Today, as the representative of the IDB, I'm honored to participate in this event with the Ministry of Agriculture and the beneficiaries of Region 5. Fourth, as being part of the Sustainable Agricultural Development Program financed by the Inter-American Development Bank. We are at the IDB are pleased with this support in this new era and this transformation with technology being implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture, which includes the research and demonstration farm. This research and demonstration farm will assist to improve the Ministry research and extension services. The value is around 14.8 Guyana million Guyana dollars in civil works and also in equipment. This intervention will benefit a number of stakeholders that include cash crops, livestock farmers, as well as nearby schools in Region 5. Along approximately 40 extension officers. For the IDB, it is important to support several challenges that the extension services face and the agricultural sector face around the world. And I think that this program will contribute to improve those challenges, such as increase in production, reduce environmental impact, reduce inequality and poverty, and produce healthy food. The research and demonstration farms address several of these challenges. They are key and they are the link between the agricultural research and farmers, especially in small, medium-sized producers that may not have access to other sources of information and new technologies, as well as farm management best techniques. So this is a great milestone. At its simplest, the notion of on-farm demonstration activities stimulate the process of learning through the information, the knowledge transfer. With learning from the demonstration farm in Region 5, farmers will have information to increase their production, but also to increase their incomes, reduce environmental impact in the process, and produce healthy food, which is the biggest also value added of the process. This demonstration farm is relevant, and we trust that with simple activities, this additional agricultural learning landscape will be key to deliver, to drive the agricultural sectors into a higher level of education with the students that will increase their participation and their interest in the farming sector. To support of this research and demonstration farm is completely aligned with the IDB vision of improve people's life. So we at the IDB trust that this program and this opportunity the research and demonstration farms offer will assist the farmers to significantly adapt, co-learn, and improve their farming practices.
Minister Mustafa later cut the ceremonial ribbon declaring the facility commissioned and ready for the public. He also took a tour of the model farm showcasing crops and livestock and the technology employed.